What if one of the sharpest minds in history, a master of wit and a tireless observer of humanity, guided you across the globe? Welcome to Following the Equator, Mark Twain's monumental journey brimming with insight, intrigue, and humor. Don't scroll, because this story will change the way you see both travel and people forever. Published in 1897, Following the Equator wasn't a leisurely pursuit but an escape. Mark Twain, faced with dire financial straits, set out on a lecture tour that would circle the world. But as any genius would, he used this opportunity to document the human tapestry in all its complexities, creating a travelogue that transcends time. Think of this as more than a journey. It's an exploration of the soul of the 19th century world. And Twain, in his ever bold way, is our guide. India, a place of dazzling cultural contrasts and social intricacies, fascinated Twain. With his keen humor intact, he described the irony and paradoxes of colonial rule. In one street, he was mesmerized by ancient traditions, while in another, British colonial structures stood as stark reminders of exploitation. Twain's commentary doesn't shy away. He challenges the morality of imperialism, while often marveling at the resilience of the human spirit. He recounts, with biting wit, the absurdities of colonial bureaucracy, while capturing his awe of the cultural and spiritual depth he discovers among the people. Yet, Twain does not simplify or romanticize. He reveals truths, some humorous, some sobering, but always authentic. From the deserts of Australia to the snow-capped mountains of New Zealand, Twain merged adventure with enlightenment. He learned of the indigenous Aborigines, too often marginalized and misunderstood under colonial rule. Twain observed their perseverance with quiet admiration, documenting their culture in sharp juxtaposition to those who sought to diminish it. In Polynesia, Twain found serenity. The charm of the Fijian Islands humbled him. Far removed from the mechanized progress of the West, Twain described these lands as nature's poetry, untouched and uncast by the hurry of time. Yet, even in paradise, the shadow of European conquest and cultural loss hung heavy in his reflections. It's not just the places. To Twain, the people made the journey indescribable. Whether sharing stories with local tribes or engaging in heated debates on justice and morality, Twain fostered an intercultural dialogue as effortless as it was profound. He traded smiles, wisdom, and humor as his common language, and we're left mesmerized by how universal humanity's struggles and joys truly are. Twain's travels weren't just outward, they were deeply inward. He reflected on prejudice and privilege, contrasting the moral superiority of the West against its realities. He questioned where humanity might be headed if exploitation continued unchecked. But above all, he believed in the power of kindness to transcend these barriers. His reflections cut sharper than satire, yet carried profound hope. Following the Equator reminds us, travel isn't just crossing lands, it's immersing into lives. Twain's journey isn't merely historical, it reflects eternal truths about human nature, compassion and cruelty, curiosity and ignorance, laughter and tears. It reminds us how little time and distance have changed societal dilemmas, but also sparks optimism that change can always begin. Isn't that the lesson we still need in today's divided world? Twain's voyage charts our shared humanity. One can't help but wonder, what would Twain have made of our modern world? Perhaps, with his unshakable humor, he'd tell us to embrace differences, to question, learn, and above all, to keep exploring. A global literary masterpiece, Following the Equator, is not just a book, it's an awakening adventure. Mark Twain doesn't just show us the world, he reveals us to ourselves. So, ready for your literary escape? If you've enjoyed this journey, why not keep traveling with us? Like, subscribe and share this masterpiece of culture and humor. Let's travel the untraveled, or sometimes the overlooked, roads of history and literature together.